viewers, you know that I do transfers because you've seen the equipment and software that I use. And you're wanting to know what happens after whatever gets transferred. Okay? So basically for videos, whether if it's VHS or camcorder, the old-fashioned ones that has a little tape inside, with those, including DVDs as well, once everything's been recorded, I then basically transfer the lot over to my other Mac, and like what I do with recording the videos, I do it one by one. I record them, name them, whatever I'm recording, and I select one of them, put it into iMovie, edit the sections. So if it's like a home video, recorded on VHS at the time, and when I get asked to take a little snippet of that video or do the whole lot, whatever happens, I get onto iMovie, I do what I need to do, and basically it's taking out all the unwanted stuff, really. I have to really go into the videos, search it, look at what needs taking out, so like beginning and end, which is unwanted, and anything like also in between clips. So like if there's a black space or black frame, or the fuzzy black, grey and white section, that gets taken out because nobody really wants to see that. So I basically take all that out, join them together, or take one portion and keep that in, all the rest goes, save that bit, and then the same process happens over and over again. And if they wanted the different sections on separate DVDs or just separate videos on a hard drive or a USB data stick, whatever. So I do that. So if they want this one full video on DVD, I'll take the stuff out that we don't need, save it, and name it after what was on the VHS. Usually it's 1080p, so high resolution. Depending on the length of the video, can be anywhere between 500 megabytes to say 4 gigabytes or something like that, or even higher. Once the video has been edited and saved through iMovie, I then take that and put it into another program, which is ExpressBurn. With that program I can do audio CD, data CD, video DVD, data DVD, whatever. I can select which one I'm doing, and in this case it's a video DVD. So I get a blank DVD out, put that into the CD DVD player writer, reader writer, then I get the video that I've saved, put that into the program, and once it's loaded in, I then see what's left space-wise on the DVD. And a typical DVD is 4.7 gigabytes. There are higher memory DVDs out there, but typically speaking it's 4.7 that I use. If I need to use an 8.4 gigabyte DVD or an 8.5 or something like that, I'll order it, have it arrive whenever. So like if it's through Amazon, it could be tomorrow or somewhere down the line, and I'll notify the client saying, right, I don't have enough space on this DVD, I'd have to order another DVD to do that. And let them know the price alterations, because obviously the higher the memory, the more costly it's going to be. But generally 4.7 is perfectly adequate. And so I have the edited video at say 1.5 to 2 gigs, and once it's saved, then it's on the ExpressBurn, and let's say the gigs that's been uploaded to ExpressBurn, ready for the DVD. And that's when I said, right, okay, that's how much space I've used on the DVD, and that's how much space I've got left to put anything else on. If it's just one video on that DVD, fine, I don't need to add anything else. So once I've done all that, I then burn that data onto that DVD. Once the DVD has been burnt, not literally by fire, but it's basically, what it means is that the data has been burnt onto a set portion of that DVD, and it can't be written over or anything like that. So that data is used, the DVD is locked, so you can't do it except for watch it on a DVD player on a TV. Okay. That's how those DVDs and CDs work. There are RW DVDs and CDs out there, which means that you can rewrite or overwrite data. So any data that you put on any one of those disks one time, and if you want to change it out, you can do with different data. But what I've got can't do that. So once I've put the data onto that DVD, whilst that DVD is burning, I look at getting like the outer information, so which means the paper cover for the DVD case and the printed cover for the DVD disc itself, because I've got the printable versions. And in fact, let me get one out to show you. There we go. Right, so this is the cover of the DVD disc. So that's the paper cover that you put in. So obviously I print it out and cut it out and print and put it in. So when I come to put it in, I bend the case back further so it has the plastic sleeve open for me, and I can slot the printer cover in there. Then for the disc cover, and I did mention to you a little bit earlier that these DVDs are printable, so there's no writing on the centre here, and it's completely white, so I can pop up onto a tray and slot it into the printer and set it to print, and it'll print the whatever design I've got onto this. And yeah, so I basically make the design that's specific for that recording that I've recorded, edited and saved. So like, say if it's a Switzerland holiday, so if you and your family went to Switzerland in 1975 or 1988, whatever year it was, and you've recorded that holiday with your family, so I look at the writing that you put on and think, right, there's a holiday in Switzerland, so I'll generally get a Switzerland flag and have something else with it, so it doesn't look too bland and looks colourful and bold and whatever, just to make it look, wow, I've got a DVD of this now, not a VHS. So I make the design using certain aspects for what it is for that video, and then I actually add text to it. So basically what was written on the VHS, so family holiday Switzerland 1988, okay, I use that text or writing and then put it into text for the case cover and on the DVD face. So then I do the case cover first, generally speaking, because that's usually the hardest one to do. So so I do that first. Once it's printed out on photo paper, which is nice and glossy, I cut the white edges out first, try it for size. If it's still a tad too big, I trim the edges down a little bit, and then try it for size again, and just get it just right. Once the DVD has finished burning, now at this stage I've already done the design for the face of the DVD, so I then take the DVD disc itself, put it on a tray, line it up in the printer. There's a little white arrow on the left side of the tray, and the same goes with the printer, it's on the left side. And so line it up and then prepare it to print. As soon as I go to a stage, print it. And what the printer does is take that data and checks that everything's aligned. It brings the tray in, pushes it out, takes it in again and out again, and fully weigh in, and it will start printing. And once the disc has been printed on, I put it in a cover and I'll throw the client again if I had to call them once before, and I'd say, right, I'm all done, and this is how much it's going to cost, and I can get it back to you within the hour or the following day. If it's within the hour, I'll let them know face to face not to play the disc within the 24-hour time span. The reason being is because the ink on the disc is still wet. If it's spinning at 7200 RPM, the ink could quite possibly smudge and have ink particles within the actual DVD player. And I don't want that happening to the disc or the player or their player. So that's the advice I'd give them. And if it's the following day or 2-3 days later, the ink would have dried, so they can play it straight away when they get it home, or whenever they so desire. But it is a long process from start to finish. So from the time I speak to the clients to when I actually get their belongings, to recording, to transferring, to editing, to burning, to designing, printing, and getting the products back to them. Yeah, so it does take a fair time. In total, it could be anywhere from minimum, say, 2 hours to, say, upwards of 8 to 10 hours, depending on how much they've got. For a VHS, it's typically speaking 240 minutes long. moment is 180 minutes. I can't recall, but yeah, it all varies because the higher the minute number is, the longer it'll take me to actually finish the product. Because the higher the minute number, the higher the gigs, or the memory is. So the one thing I forgot to mention is, once I have recorded and trimmed out the stuff that don't typically want in the finished product, is I'll actually edit it slightly further, so I'll use a certain section in iMovie that can actually brighten areas of the actual recording and darken some other areas, and also it improves, well, basically improves the picture quality and sound quality of that video. So it basically looks like it's the VHS but in DVD form, if you know what I'm saying. So it's like, it almost looks like you've recorded on DVD in that fashion. And for me personally, I don't enjoy all the high-techy stuff that make the videos look HD or 4K. That was, although it was recorded back in that year, I just don't like the fact that that program can do, make that video look like it was recorded in the future, basically. I actually prefer having the video look exactly like it was recorded in that particular year, not the future year. So, like, say if the video was recorded in 1988, I don't want it looking like it was recorded in 2088. It's just the way I am. It's just, I would like to keep it as it was when it was recorded, but have it on a modern device. So a modern device is basically a DVD, CD, hard drive, data USB stick, whatever the client asks for. So yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just, I like to have both worlds together, not completely separated. But anyway, that is it from me today about the after transfers. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.